If I have a body on my table, I'm making money. If I have a student in front of me teaching, I'm making money. If neither one of those things are happening, I'm not making money. How many of you can relate that at the end of the month, there's not enough money at the end of the month? Most people are trading time for money. You work an hour, you get paid an hour. You work a day, you get paid a day. What if you had leveraged income? So I'm going to be talking about a couple things. Let me ask you this first question. If you had the ability to be the absolute best version of yourself health-wise, how would that be? Let that ponder inside of you for a minute. If you could be that absolute best version of yourself health-wise, how would that be? Let me tell you, I got married almost 24 years ago, and at 60 years old, I had my first child. 62 on my second child. So I tell you that because if we don't have our health, what do we have? I'm going to share a secret with you, and it's called LifeVantage. It's a $250 million publicly traded debt-free company that is an activation company. What does that mean? You're going to find out. So what's important about this is giving yourself the ability to take something that will shift how your body is. You will feel it, and you're going to feel so amazing. You are going to want to share it. And by sharing it, creates leveraged income in your pocket. What would it be like to be able to be sleeping in the middle of the night knowing that you're making money? That's what's happened for me. I struggled for so many years as a massage therapist, and I really want you to understand this. And
Hey, Michael,
yes.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but do you see the notification on your slide?
Let's see. Oh, that's on the
Can
iPhone.
you just close that out? Because we can't see the slide.
Let's see. So sorry.
Thank you.
That's called, this is professional stuff that happens. Thank you for letting me. I'll glance over to the other screen. So guys, this is new for me of having two screens and building this studio. However, let's get back to this. If you take it and you feel it and you share it and you become, it's really weird how it went to the other screen there. It gives you the ability to be that absolute best version of yourself. So what do I mean by that? How would you like to have fun, make money, and make a difference? And that's what we're talking about. It all started back in 2003 when this little pill was out on the market. And then in 2005, there was an ABC investigative report done by I forgot the name of the program now. What Would You Do? And it was with John Quinones. And what he would go to companies and try to disprove companies. You know, you've seen these people running away. I see it coming up. I don't know why it's up there, and I so apologize. And you see people running away because they don't want to be on TV. They came to John Quinones. John Quinones came to our scientists and said, prove to us that this thing called oxidative stress will be reduced by 40% in 30 days. But I'm not giving you 30 days. You got to do it in 2 weeks. And at the end of 2 weeks, when he took this test, this lipid peroxidase T-bar blood test, his oxidative stress didn't drop 40%. It dropped 45%. If you look at this line over here, that's called oxidation. What is oxidative stress? What is it? It's rusting on the inside of the body. Think of this for a moment. If you left a bicycle outside from September in your backyard until March, and then you go, oh, there it is. What do you think it's going to look like? Oxidation. That's what happens in all of our bodies. As we age, we oxidize. As we oxidize, inflammation can occur. From inflammation, disease can occur. But what they've studied, what they've found out is 5 little herbs: milk thistle, turmeric, green tea, bacopa, and ashwagandha. It's the ratio of these 5 herbs of 40 years of research that unlocks this genetic code called NRF2, nuclear respiratory factor 2. And what that does, it turns your body ability to create its own antioxidant enzyme factory. So think of this. You have an apple. You take a bite of that apple, that's an antioxidant. Oranges, blueberries, acai berries, any type of direct antioxidant into your body neutralizes the free radical, which is a scavenger on a one-to-one basis. One molecule of an antioxidant grabs a free radical and they both die. But with Protandim, of these 40 years of research, it unlocks this genetic code where your body makes its own antioxidant enzyme factory, where one molecule of an antioxidant developed by your body doesn't neutralize one free radical. It neutralizes up to 1 million free radicals per second, every second, 24/7. Who wouldn't want that? And here's a great example, and then I'm going to move on. Imagine I'm sitting in front of you, and for 30 seconds, I hand you a dollar bill, a dollar for 30 seconds. Now you got $30. Great. Go get a cup of coffee and a hamburger. That's about it these days. But what if I stood in front of you for 30 seconds and then handed you $1 million for 30 seconds? Now you got $30 million. That's the difference between the way that antioxidants work and activation of Protandim works. 30 free radicals versus 30 million free radicals. That's the big difference. So anyways, think very clearly about that, because oxidative stress affects so many things. It affects your heart, your skin, your joints, your lungs, your brain, your immunity, your blood vessels, your eyes. Everything has to do with being that best version. And oxidation drops your ability to be that best version of yourself. If you go to PubMed, which is the National Repository for Science and Health, and you type the word oxidative stress in, you see where it says 318. Well, it's not three, it's about 325. And my dear friends that were just on here earlier, Donde and Marcy, they said that there's about 2,000 a day studies coming up with oxidative stress now. It's really, really, really recognized, and it affects the body in so many different ways. How? The bad diets that a lot of people have, the smoking, people over exercising or under exercising, people that have high stress jobs, people that don't sleep well, the air pollution, and all the chemicals and things out there. All of those create this oxidative stress, and it doesn't give your body the ability to function like it deserves to be. So, how do we feel from it? How many of you at the end of the day or in the middle of the day or sometimes in the morning? Fatigue, no energy, can't remember what you did. You have these pains and aches that bother you throughout the day, especially as you get older. People that have headaches or get sick and sick and sick, always a flu and always a cold. That has to do with oxidative stress. But how do we fix it? We fix it with God's pharmacy. Turmeric, natural anti-inflammatory. Green tea naturally boosts metabolism and burns fat. Ashwagandha, it's a natural brain calmer. Bacopa, builds the enzymes catalase, glutathione, and SOD. And milk thistle is a liver detoxifier, and it's that ratio that makes that ginormous difference. How do we know? We have over 20 published peer-reviewed studies. You ever heard of Ohio State University? How about National Institute of Aging, Virginia Commonwealth, Colorado State? How about Harvard? You ever heard of Harvard? Anyways, the American Heart Association, the #1 journal, it's called Circulation Journal Magazine. It never publishes supplements in there. It didn't publish ours once. It didn't publish it twice. It published Protandim 3 times. Why? Because it's scientifically proven to reduce that rusting. When you have plaque buildup, guess what? That's rusting. But we didn't stop there. There's a couple other aspects of Protandim, but I'm going to go somewhere else right now. How about how many people out there in the world are absolutely skeptic about everything? Here's one thing. I know for a fact, because of my background in nutrition for many, many years, I knew that collagen was good. But the source of collagen hasn't been so great for many, many years. I've taken it. I've never really noticed a difference in the past. but I was completely plant-based and I knew I needed something different. So I ended up starting to bring wild fish, wild source fish into my diet again because of the collagen. And lo and behold, 2 months later, LifeVantage launched their collagen. It's a liquid collagen. I'll get into that in a second, but this is completely different than any other collagen. Collagen, between 25 and 40% of our protein is collagen. When you get to be 60 years old, and that was 6 years ago for me, 50% of the collagen elasticity in your body is gone. And it doesn't come back. Or does it? Mostly it doesn't. But when you have activation, it's a different story. Because what you see on the outside is one thing, but what happens on the inside, the repairing, your protein is vital. And when your protein is depleted, your body's not functioning. Your nails, your skin, your joints, your gut health, your sleep quality, your liver, your eyes, all of the internal functions of your body has to do with collagen. And when you lose it, you're not in the same place that you were. So we've introduced something that has changed the industry of collagen. And this really is the biggest kept secret, because most collagens, if they even do this, can replenish your collagen, but it cannot activate your collagen. When you can activate dormant collagen in your body from a natural resource, our collagen comes from Pangasius fish and tilapia fish, and it's highly sourced, and it's mixed with royal red quinoa extract. And the royal red quinoa extract has the ability to, I've talked about the protandim, but it enhances the SOD by 2,700%, the catalase by 202%, and your type 1 collagen production by 42%. And it absorbs in a different way because it comes from a liquid base that it's naturally sustained and your body absorbs it. When people take collagen that is powdered, you've got to use moisture to reactivate it. Then the particles become bigger, and at a cellular level, it does not penetrate like it should, but ours does. You look at this little graph here, the collagen density between 0 weeks and 8 weeks, it over doubles. You see how the green dissipates. You get that elasticity back. Who doesn't want elasticity? Especially if you can enhance your ability for movement and feeling and sleeping and desire. So that's the powerful. Most collagens have 1 or 2 types of collagens. Ours has 10, and it's sweetened with strawberries, blueberries, and apples. And I'm going to show you some information that's going to knock your socks off of what you see. Now, you see how I look. I'm going to move. Don't let me scare you. I'm going to move closer. If you look, and I'll lift remember, 66. Look at my eyes. Look at my eyes. 66. And I don't have crow's feet at all. I do have pictures of how I look, not like I'm looking now, from a year and a half ago. But still the same difference. It still works. This collagen is unbelievable. What's not in it? No sugar, no artificial sweeteners, no GMO. It's dairy-free, gluten-free, and soy-free. So I've already explained why the liquid. Its bioavailability is incredible. So it increases the collagen density in 8 weeks by 100%. Who doesn't want that? Crow's feet by 22%, rough skin 10%. I already told you about the catalase and the skin elasticity by 8%. It makes the difference. Documentation beats conversation every time. These photos I'm about to show you, guys, they're not altered. It's mostly in the same lighting, in the same atmosphere with the same time. You tell me If you can see the difference, look at her neck, look at her face. This is our friend Carrie Dickey over here. She's one of our top leaders in this company, and not only that, in the industry, period. But on the right hand side, you see over here, it looks like mother and daughter. That's the same person. That's 90 days later, and this is the amazing Betty. Now, I've shown this photo to many people. They go, "That's impossible. Collagen can't do that by taking something." Guess what? It did. Bless you, whoever sneezed. And it makes that much of a difference. Do you think that Betty's a lot happier going out in society looking like she does there in May of 2023? Of course. There's a couple other friends of mine. Look at their the lining on my friend Seth over there. Okay, just I'm going to just kind of worry us through these things so we can get through them. Look at the differences. Day 1, day 180. That's my friend Mark. Look at that difference. Unbelievable. I should say more. It's so believable. It's true. Here's our buddy Sean Poe. Look at the differences. Who wouldn't want these differences? This is one of our scientists. I won't say her name, but that's her legs. She did not want to show her legs, but she said, how can I not show this differences? She says she's tried working out, doing every possible thing to change her legs because she couldn't stand it. She found the collagen, and guess what? There you go. That's the magic. So, I mean, documentation beats conversation every single time. And one of my dear friends who's on here right now, that's her, Brenda. She looks amazing. Unbelievable. She has my same haircut too. Anyways, how about that tummy tuck, ladies? Yep. Collagen. Can you believe that? We can't show this if it weren't true. We can't show it if it weren't true. So it's true. The magic is there. This one girl over here on the left was so excited about her skin, she forgot to notice how her hair was growing back. We don't say we treat, cure, prevent, or mitigate anything. Documentation beats conversation every time. These are real photos. Now, that's not me, okay? So I shave my hair on purpose, but I know that it will come back a little bit better if I let it grow, but I'm not going to. It says everything here. If people are seeing the results on the outside, like I said, you can imagine what's going on the inside. Together is better. And I want to go back here. There's a published medical peer-reviewed study on collagen and Protandim together. Together, it's better because they work synergistically together. And that's what makes the huge difference. So now I'm going to really blow your mind away, because part of the reason why my skin looks the way it does is from the collagen. Part of it is from one of the most amazing anti-aging creams, and it's our True Science anti-aging cream. Whoever invited you, two things. You got to see an ABC investigative report if you haven't seen it with John Quinones, and you've got to find out about this stuff as well. But we launched think of retinol, which is a non-prescription skin peeler. Think of Retin-A, which is a pharmaceutical grade skin peeler. And what people have to do is they have to take this stuff and they dip it and they put a little bit on their neck to see how bad it irritates them. Is that what people really want to do? I certainly don't. So what our company did is went to work and created True Renew Daily Firming Complex. It combats 11 visible signs of aging, visibly firms and smooths skin in 21 days. It reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. It fortifies your skin's natural moisture barrier so skin feels hydrated and bouncy and looks plumper, and visibly improves the overall complexion and the skin tone for increased radiance. No redness, no sun sensitivity, and no irritation. And this stuff is unbelievably amazing. It comes from the dry husks of cranberries. And we have the patents and the science behind it. Who would like something less expensive that works better with no irritation? This, if we just had this for our company, I truly believe that you can go out and make a bank load just by sharing this. but this is absolutely unbelievably insane of what it's. So that's why my skin always feels like amazing. And most guys don't want to do this stuff, but I want to live a long time to be here for my 4 and 6-year-old. I'm 60 and 62 years older than them. So at this point, you may be ready to start your own transformation and become activated. What do? You get involved. I'm going to just really go over these products. I want you to see something. You see where it says daily wellness. We have a vitamin that is specifically designed for your morning. So it gives you everything you need to start your day. It doesn't give you the things to start your day and end your day like most vitamins. Then we have a PM that helps your circadian rhythm so you can sleep better. We have a D3 that's second to none to anything else. Now, the one protandim that I talked about, and if you see over here, this little tri-synergizer here, we have protandim NRF2 that I talked about. We have something that's called NRF1, which repairs the dysfunction of mitochondria. And we have another one with people talk about intermittent fasting that enhances the NAD molecule and the sirtuin protein. So when you talk about that after with the person that invited you, and if you need to call me for more information, I'll share it. But that is the holy grail right there. Then we've got amazing gut health. We've got great omega-3s that are highly sourced. You bite in it and it tastes like lemon lime. It does not taste like yucky fish. And we have a prebiotic, a probiotic, and a postbiotic for your gut health and your immunity. And the best drink in the world right here, it's called Axio. This is a nootropic. What this does, it gives your body cognitive function, body and mind function. And what it is, it's a little packet and you put it, think of Red Bull Rockstar Monster, okay? Stuff is terrible for you. Now, I don't recommend this to any other ladies out there. Check with your doctor. But my wife, while she was pregnant with both the boys, drank 3 of these a day, the decaf version, the red raspberry. My boys drink it every single day, the decaf version, and my boys do really well. It's a nootropic. It's designed for people 18 and older. That's what I chose to do. But just letting you know, they loved it, and it was really amazing. We also have a hair care system and some stuff for the doggies and a fat burn that comes from citrus. You'll find out more. I just want to be brief with that. So let me just say that. You might be in a position of looking for more in your life. Think how many people every single day are on their knees praying for something to come to them. We're in a very tough place in the world. Trading time for money is very difficult for a lot of people, especially the way AI is coming up. Things are changing. But I'm going to tell you something that's never going to change. And that is people want to look better, feel better, and perform better. And we have the answer. We have the secret ingredient, and that's called activation. But if you share it, we have no assets. We have no overhead, no employees. You can work from anywhere in the world from your phone. We have a call center that you can get a hold of all the time. And let me tell you about tax benefits. I created an S Corp with my company, and all I can say is everything that you do can be addressed towards your business if you're talking about your business. If you're not talking about the business, then you can't. But if you're talking about business, this is an opportunity that will change your life. My life is so different than it was. I was scared because I couldn't get enough money by doing massages, and I didn't have enough energy to do. I mean, I didn't want to work 8 hours a day, 7 days a week giving massages. I can't do it. But when you leverage your income, things change. You can get paid for sharing the gift of activation. You deserve it. And the people that you know deserve it. They deserve to hear that biggest kept secret that you have. So we have several packs, but I'm going to tell you a couple ways that you can get in. How I got in, I got the business pack. It's like about $1,000. You get almost $2,000 worth of products and also schooling with our company of education. And then we have the Healthy Glow enrollment pack. It's like around $250, I believe. Don't quote me on the exact price. Talk to the person that invited you, but you get protandim and you get the NRF2. I mean, you get the collagen and the NRF2. And quote me if we still have the free $75 True Renew. I'm not sure if we do or not. I think we still do until the end of February for new customers, and also our subscriptions. This is our subscriptions. So when you get on it, you get on subscription, you get your family and friends on subscription. They won't want to get off of it. I have people that are professionals in the music industry, and they have literally driven to my house because they've run out of some of this stuff. And I go, you're crazy. I go, I'm not leaving my without this stuff. And that's the absolute truth. So anyways, what do we get paid? So since we're a publicly traded company, we have an income disclosure. And if you could see this over here, if you look where it says Pro 3, Senior Consultant Pro 3, that's our foundational rank. And that is $5,000 of volume going through you. Now, by that, the average income of a Pro 3 or an EC or a, I forgot what you call them. I apologize on that one. I just know that where they are. Anyways, you get paid, I think, $659. Let's say someone was making $500 and they were spending $250 on their nutrition. You think they would quit? Probably not. What if it increased? Now, if you look down, won't tell you what I make, but if you look at Elite Pro 8 Executive Consultant down there, the average monthly income is $24,000. I make better than average. Think about how many massages I'd have to do. Think of that. How long would it take you to make that? What would you be willing to do to create an extra $1,000 into your family? What would you be willing to do for an extra 500? And for some of you, what would you do for an extra 200? We have an answer for you. If you give yourself the ability to share the gift of activation, plug into the system of training that we have. We are a company where we're not little groups all over the place doing everything. We're a company that works together in this. Most of the people in this Zoom right here are not on my team. And it doesn't matter because we're all one big LifeVantage family. Network marketing does not work like that, but we've created it like that. Giver's game, helping people become the best version of themselves, health-wise, and if they choose, wealth-wise. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to take a look at this information. This information is powerful. Don't just push it off to the side. Good presentation, or it wasn't a good presentation, however you want to look at it. The information can change your life. It changed mine. Of what I get to do today and go where I want to go without asking anybody, it's second to none. And I'll leave you with this. I worked all my life to be able to wake up when I want to, not have an alarm. Wake up whenever I want. How many people want to do that? Except one thing. If you have little children, you still have to get up and take them to school no matter how much money you make. So go out, become that best version of yourself. Thank you for taking the time. My name is Michael Epstein. I'm a grateful LifeVantage distributor, and I'm going to hand it back over to you, Christy.
Thank you, Michael. The chat is blowing up. Everyone loved the information. Thank you so much. And you guys, this will be recorded and